What's up, everybody? Back with another video. Just wanted to go live real quick. Not gonna be long. Hope everybody's well and swell. On this eclipse day, everybody trying not to talk about it, but how can you not talk about it? I mean, seriously. A lot of people trying not to talk about it. Oh, I'm sick of hearing about it. Well, I mean, hey, it just is what it is. The same people that say they're tired of talking about the eclipse are the same ones who fucking watch the same shit all day long. Doesn't make any sense. Why do they say that? Is because they want to get back to talking about what, they've been targeted or programmed to talk about. It's good, chemtrail. Eat some biscuits and gravy. But hope everybody doing well. Not really seeing too much going on. Luckily, most of the goddamn country will be under clouds. So that's a good thing. As the flocks to, viewing the, viewing the path of totality, the ritual. But it is what it is. I was going to go into the whole ritual thing on the Enochian magic, but it's just too much to get into. But you could see through everything that they've been throwing out there that it aligns with the ritual. Enochian magic, or Enochian or Enochian magic. I would stick to Enochian magic because it incorporates the Book of Enoch, um, and the Liber Legath, whatever the hell it's called, but they call it the Book of Enoch, and the Golden Dawn incorporated this type of magic, in Enochian magic. And if you just look at the system of the Enochian magical system, you actually see this is kind of what they've been propagating, almost to the T, you know. And it incorporates the 24 figures of which is the 24 elders, which was mentioned in the book of Revelations, right? And it's what 2024. So think about that, um, you know, and also the what is it? The what is it? The cross that they use. The reason why they got the what do they call the shit? I can't think of it right now. I forgot what the name of the cross was, but that's how you get the cross. What's good, Kimmy? That the Christians use, but it's just a lot to get into it. It'll go all different directions, and you know, so yeah, it's pretty and it talks about them, bringing in uh, Aster Crowley. It links to Aster Crowley, of course, and they call it the Black Cross. That's what it's called, the Black Cross. This grid of 20 squares is derived within the Great Central Cross and serves to embody the element of spirit. And also, if you don't know that this eclipse, the cross path from 2017 is what is it? Maconda, Illinois, right? That is the cross point, right? The meeting point. Maconda, Illinois. So that's another interesting thing because that goes back to uh hold on. That goes back to um a meaning in Hebrew, and the Star of Egypt. I mean, it's a lot to deal. It's so much that's going on. It's like hard to even fucking keep up, man. That's why I say it'll go into so many different elements, right? And and in history, this date, right, is considered. If it don't, no one knows. Tomorrow is the biblical New Year. Okay, April 9th starts the big biblical New Year. Also, today is the end of Ramadan. So there's just so much energy, so many different things that are at play. I don't think anything is going to happen, but at the same time, everything is going to happen. It's the unseen world, and this is what Enochian magic is all about. It's about the unseen world. Your people are partaking in a ritual that they cannot see. It's masked and hidden as just an eclipse, but they're not realizing that they're embodying the to further their positions, right? And how does that happen? Well, it's simple, right? Those entities are going to embody the weak spirited, the dim lighted people. That's just is what it is, man. And it's going to embody people who think they're awake, but they actually are not awakened to this stuff, you know? And that's just all it is leaving yourself open for these entities to jump inside of you and feed off of you, right? For you, and then hop into other people to further destroy you, to break your spirit. This is what this is all about, man. It's not, I mean, people look at it and try to bring it spiritual understanding into a physical understanding, you know. And shit, this is my view right now. Shit. The sun, that's my view right now. Staying in the sun, you know. Staying in the sun. And like I said, in Rochester, New York, I mean, thank God it's gonna be clouds. They're not gonna see anything but darkness. They're gonna see darkness. And most of the country is clouds. I know Vermont, New Hampshire, clearest places as it's an area is up in those areas. You know, if people are going to view that, that partake in their ritual. Think of it. You got people that are going to go see this eclipse, but in their belief system, you know, the Enochian magic system, and also, biblical ritual systems, it signifies the exodus of Egypt. The energy, guys, is all it is. They're recreating an energy to use and harness again. Okay? It's literally that simple, you know. And yeah, Maconda, Illinois is dead center, okay, of the eclipse. Maconda. All right. And like I said, um it goes back into uh yeah. And that was even their slogan was the Star of Egypt. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy. That is crazy. But sorry, hold on one second. Yeah, it's blue skies where I'm at too. So can't complain there. Uh so so yeah, back to the Enochian magic, right? Um, the 24 elders. I mean, these are the energies, right, that they're using, and they're using earth, air, fire, and water. I mean, what did it do in most of these places for days? It rained, you know. And in New York City, before the eclipse, it was super ass windy. It's been windy, you know. Um, and these, I mean, it's just in their study. I mean, in their belief system of the Great Table, um, that those are the elements they had in it, and the entities. There are various spiritual beings and entities that, right, and there is the divine authority, the great element king, and I forgot what the other one is. And it goes into that's what it's called, the Calvary clause, the cherubim, um, and it's got the 16 lesser angels. I mean, there's a lot, and this is what I've been talking about for many, many, many days. Is people don't understand that they're bringing in a energy entities to enter, right, so they can go forward with their plans, and by doing that, they have to have people on board. Well, how do they get people on board? Well, they have to embody certain energies. They have to embody certain spirits, because those spirits will work through them. And we've seen this during 2020. This is what I'll be talking about. That's why, the whole mask thing comes into play, you know, further making that spirit more powerful, because now it's hidden behind a face. If people don't understand the spiritual aspects of a human face, I mean, you really need to look into that shit. Like 100%. When I seen this shit during Mr. 19, when they said mask, I said, "Oh my God!" You know, it's a spiritual warfare. And people that believed in that mask, it's not that they believed in the mask, it's that they were empowered because their creation was hidden, and that spirit has taken over that being. That's why you couldn't believe the stuff that you've seen from people. Like literally, I'm gonna put this picture up here again because people don't understand how. How do you get away with this? Remember, everyone always talks about, oh, it's the government, oh, it's all this tyranny, oh, it's this. No, what the fuck it ain't. It's each one of us that isn't a spiritual being that gets taken over by this darkness, that gets to do shit like this. You know? Think about that. Enough spirits did not come together in these facilities and say, you know what? We can't do this shit. I quit. How did they do this? It's because they have embodied, spirit has embodied these people. How could people suit up with something that they know was wrong and plunge it into people's arms? These are the agents, these are the entities, man. The entities, they take over the body, the spirit. I mean, come on, man. None of us in our right mind would have ever partaked in anything like this. Not even remotely close. It would have been HE double hockey stick. No, get the fuck out of here. You know? What's good, disciples? Mapticon, Leonard, and all the new people. Shout out. I had a video that did more views than I ever seen in a long time. And that was only like over 1,000 views. And I got about 30 new people on that subscribed to me. I've never seen that before. But hey, shout out to all the new people here. So yeah, man. Wild stuff, man. They're able to get away with that. They were able to get away with this. They were able to get away with this. I mean, just everyday shit. Like literally, they got away with doing this to, and they didn't do anything. And that's what they need again for the war, the Great War. You know, had us lined up like fucking herd, like a herd. You know, that's what they had us doing. You know, so you know, back to this. Uh, this Enochian magic. Um, Everything in this is what you've seen in the media, through the truthers, through everything. This is what they've been pushing. You know, this is magic. All right. And what it is doing is trying to bring in these entities, man. It just is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, um, yeah, something to pay attention to. Um, and hold on, I'm about to do this. And the creator was John D. Right? It was John D. What's good, alkaline organic fanatic? Just seen your text. Let me see what that shit says. Oh shit, 11 slash. It's easy to recognize the spy next to you. They'll say anything to discredit me. Wow, that's crazy. I gotta read that. Yeah, there was some weird stuff where I'm at too. They were talking about something I've never known, and yeah, it's weird. I'll do that on another stream. What's good, melanated with common sense? What is what's good? It is what it is. So yeah, John D. Um, he was an mathematician, astronomer, teacher, astrologer, occultist, and alchemist. Most people back in these times, that's what they were. Okay, and these were crafters and creators of a lot of shit that you see today, right? Um, and hold on, he was the advisor to Queen Elizabeth I, right? Which all this dates back to obviously England. The rulers and controllers. People will say it's some other shit, but don't realize the same people that have been in power are in your face in power today. Those are your owners and runners. I've broken that down plenty of times. It's not some motherfucker you can't see. They let it be known. It's the unseen. You can see it, but they're unseen at the same time. You know. But anyways, John D. That's uh, he advocated the foundation of English colonies in the New World, right? And he coined the term the British Empire. But anyways, uh, uh, let me see. Let me see. Thing. Trying to look up something real. I'm reading something real quick. Um, uh, it's a lot going on with this. D was acquainted with Humphrey Gilbert, closest sir in the circles. The seal of God. Hold on. The seal of God, right? This was his hermetic work, and I mean, this dude was. A lot of people don't know about this guy, but this dude was. He was deep, man, and Aster Crowley took shit from him. They all did, right? And why? Let's see. I'm read this right here. All right. When Elizabeth succeeded to the throne in 1558, Dee became her astrological and sign. This is where I just the astrology. Yeah, it's cool. There's some things there, but it's like 10% legitimacy, and the rest is like straight just pseudo. You're just whatever, right? Because you got to know where this stuff comes from. Because as we talk about this in the 1500s, meanwhile our people, I know my people, been over here in the Americas beyond farther than these people, 1492 and all that shit. Now, keep in mind, this is like 60, 70 years after they so called came over there, right? So think about this stuff, all right? And again, we already know and I'm sorry, but anybody that has a book called the Bible or anything attached to it that is over here in America, I mean, you got to be, it is 100,000,000% facts that they brought that book over here and forced it down our ancestors' throat. Get down or lay. We already had a system of understanding, knowledge, wisdom, harmonizing with the earth. I mean, That's just is what it is. I mean, it's so deep, right? And I'm just sorry for the people that believe in the Bible. I mean, all the research is out there to show you that that's what happened. I mean, they did it, through South America all the way up here, you know. But anyways, when Elizabeth succeeded to the throne in 1558, D became her astrological and coronation date, and even became a Protestant. From the 1550s to the 1570s, he served as advisors to England's voyages of the discovery, meaning, you know, Americas, right? The British colonies and all that stuff, because discovery means the claim, right? Providing technical aid in navigation and political support to create a British Empire, a term which he was 1574 to William Cecil, first Baron Burghley, seeking patronage. He claimed to have occult knowledge of treasure in the Welsh Marches, which were it was a it was between Wales and England and the UK, but that's a whole nother fucking video. Anyways, and a valuable manuscripts kept Wigmore Castle. All right, Wigmore Castle. I mean that shit. It's so much history on the Wigmore Castle. I mean, it's it's not, it's ruins now, but um studying England and Britain and all this shit, you come across this stuff over and over. All right. Knowing that the Lord's treasurer ancestors came from that area, right? In 1564, D wrote the Hermetic work Mons Hieroglyphia, right? And it was a expedition of meaning esoteric symbols that he invented. Okay, go look at some of the symbols in there. You'll be like, All right, it's called the hieroglyphic monad, an exhaustive kabbalistic, right, interpretation of a glyph of his own design, meant to express the mystical unity of all creation. Having dedicated it to Maximilian II, the Holy Roman Emperor, in an effort to gain patronage, D attempted to present it to him as at the time of his ascension to to the throne of Hungary. The work was esteemed by many of Dee's contemporaries, but cannot be interpreted today in the absence of the secret oral tradition of that era. His 1570 mathematical preface to Henry Billingsley's English translation of Euclid's Elements argued for the importance of mathematics as an influence on other arts and sciences. There's another thing people don't know. Mathematics is not just numbers. Mathematics is a psychological and brain altering science. That's what mathematics is, and that's why we were taught mathematics, to make our brain work in a certain way. All right, I've talked about that many a times. Right, intended for an audience outside these universities, it proved to be Dee's most widely influential and frequently reprinted work. In 1577, Dee published general and rare memoirs pertaining to the perfect arte of navigation, a work setting out his vision of a maritime empire and asserting English territorial claims on the New World. Now, this is when you start getting into the law. This is the only reason why I know about this shit. All right, this is when you get into the law, a maritime empire, the English territory claims, all right, how they claimed it, what they did in the New World, the New World was considered, uh, you know, uh, North America, South America, um, and all that good stuff, the islands and all that other shit. All right. Dee was acquainted with Humphrey Gilbert and close to Sir Philip Sidney and his circle. Right. By the early 1580s, Dee was discontented with his progress in learning the secrets of nature and his diminishing influence and recognition in court circles, failure of his ideas concerning a proposed calendar revision, colonial establishment, and ambivalent, results. Sorry, let me turn away from the sun. The sun's a little bright. Um, Hold on. Colonial establishment and ambivalent results of four voyages of exploration in North America had nearly brought his hopes of political patronage to an end. He began subsequently to turn energetically towards the supernatural as a means to acquire knowledge. He sought to contact spirits through the use of a sawyer, which is seeing and peeping, right? Fortune telling, that all that stuff, right? Which he thought would act as an intermediary between himself and the angels. These first attempts with several sayers were unsatisfactory, but in 1582 he met Edward Kelly, then calling himself Edward Talbot, who impressed him greatly with his abilities. Dee took Kelly into his services and began to devote all his energies to his supernatural pursuits. These spiritual conferences or actions were conducted with an intense Christian piety, always after periods of purification, prayer, and fasting. Dee was convinced of the benefits they could bring to his mankind. The character of Kelly is harder to access. Some conclude that he acted with cynicism, but delusion or self-depiction cannot be ruled out. Kelly's output is remarkable for its volume, intricity, and vividness. Dee records in his journals that angels dictated several books to him this way through Kelly in some special angelic or Enochian language. All right, now, that's a whole lot. Um, Again, just I don't want to read into this because I don't want to make this longer, but there's a lot with John Dee. He did create the thing called the Seal of God. It's a pentagram within a pentagram within another pentagram inside a pentagram inside a octagram. So really interesting shit. And then it's centered with a circle with another pentagram. It's actually pretty wild, man. It's called the Seal of God. And you know who uses this symbol, and many other, you know, people use this symbol, and that's where it comes from. But again, it goes to Enochian magic, which attaches religion that we all know is a form of sorcery and magic. Okay, which incorporates it. If you go back to King James, right? You got a King James version of the Bible. King James was into the same shit that he was in. You know, I mean, it just is what it is. They were all these different labels, which were mathematicians, astronomers, teachers, astrologers, occultists, alchemists. It's just what they did back then. So, anyways, let me see what's up with what's good, Lee. Cuts. What's good, Lee Clarkston? Cuts. What's good, Cuts? Rap samples. Or did We Are Free? What's good? Shout out to all you guys. And again, man, hey, like I said, nothing most likely is going to happen, but everything's going to happen at the same time. It's just a ritual. We just ain't going to see it, you know? And the reason why I believe that nothing will happen at that time, because they need all that energy. They're working, right? They're working. But again, things can happen. Again, because in those areas, they're doing a ritual. But in other areas, it's just, a regular day. There's nothing new. So that's why anything could happen. But while they're doing their ritual, ain't shit gonna happen. They need all that energy harvested. Do they need to put fear? I don't know. I think the fear is the part that comes after. They're performing their ritual. Okay. So, but yeah, this is for what's to come. And in Syria, okay. Um, Also, if y'all didn't, this was something that was going around, and I thought it was pretty interesting. If you add, if you do 2017 times 2024, you get 4082408. That's what you really get. You get, 4,082,040,408. But the actual date, 4/8/24. That's wild. Like the first, you get 4/8/24. That's wild shit right there. That's why I say this is definitely a calculated. We know we got, and this is another thing is, guys, if 20 from the date of the last, so when you put 2017 to 2024, it gives you the exact date of the eclipse in a sense. And also in the other part of the world, if you read it back, 8/0/4/8, 08/24, that's how they write it in other cultures. So it's actually a mirror of the date, which I thought was pretty crazy to give, how that is the way it is. I don't know. But again, the date, the years are calculated, man-made, and you know, there's that. But another interesting thing is the if y'all haven't seen it, um, that's why I said they need this energy because they need to bring us into this conflict. Because today, um, air defenses downed several aerial targets over Mariupol in Syria. Down at Syria, Russian air defense have repelled an attack on the city of Mariupol. An emergency official in the Donetsk People's Republic told TASS. Air defense is down several area targets over Mariupol today, he said. Air defense have also been activated in the Volnovka area, according to data from the city administration. Ukrainian drone shot down over ZNNP debris fall on roof of Unit 6. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian army kamikazes drone has been shot down. All right. Ukraine attempts to shell the Zaporozhye NP continued. Today, a kamikaze drone was shot down over the power plant. It fell into the roof on the 6th power unit. Threats to ZNPP safety have not been identified. Despite all calls on Ukrainian military to stop terrorist acts, bombardments of the NPP and its infrastructure continue. This can affect safe operations of that facility. All right. This was another one. Right here. It says, okay, because people, that's why I tell people, they think that they're getting the news from mainstream. They're not giving you any fucking thing. They're just giving you shits and giggles and just shit that they craft in their own mind, right? Russian MFA, Western media has muted coverage of Crocus City Hall attack. Remember that terror attack? They don't want people to know about it. They don't want people to know that they had a United Nations meeting over this, and said that 100%, there's going to be retaliation. Right? It was good, Jimbo Slay. But anyway, Western governments have ordered their media to suppress coverage of the terrorist attack on Crocus City Hall and not give a full picture of what happened there. The Russian Foreign Ministry said they pointed out that it is unacceptable to show any sympathy or humanity towards the Russian people. This is what the Western media is saying, right? The West attempts to distract the world's attention from the real masterminds and beneficiaries looked particularly ruthless in the light of the strict orders to the media not to cover the actual scale of the ministry added in a statement Monday, according to RIA Novosadi. On the evening of March 22nd, a terrorist attack targeted the Krakow City Hall music venue in Krasnodar City near Moscow, killing 145 citizens, including several children. The perpetrators of the attack were arrested the next day, right? And then you have this that was over the weekend. This was one of the biggest ones. All right. Um, Israeli aggression on Iranian consulate is carried out with U.S. missiles. Iranian Foreign Minister Hassan Amir Aladan announced Sunday that the Israeli attack on the Iranian consulate in Damascus was carried out with American-made missiles. Abadalian said in his statements to the Sultanate of Oman that the terrorist attack carried out by the Zionist entity on the Iranian diplomatic building in Damascus was using an American-made aircraft and missiles. He stressed that Tehran will hold the aggressors accountable, okay, and punish them in addition to legal and international measures. Meaning, war is already going on, and there's going to be retaliation. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It was good, Tap D. Shout out to everybody that's here. Oh, yeah? I bet. Word, Jimbo, that's crazy. Ain't no eclipse coming through Michigan. It's like they got that. It's all, My mom just closed for the season yesterday. They sent mascots and ski chairs flying off a giant slide. That's funny. But yeah, shout out to all you guys. But again, ain't nothing to fear. Never fear anything. Just be aware, and that's what a lot of people. They're like, oh, fear mongering. No, people just call it fear mongering because it's not what they want to hear. They want to get back to what they've been programmed to talk about and do all the time. We over here ain't never been like that. Shout out to my brother Wise. Hope everything is doing good. And again, you know, we bend and craft to anything that gets thrown at us. You know, so it is what it is, man. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here. I'm probably gonna do a stream later on after all this shit is done, just to see what news and see if there's any gridlock and shit like that. You know, and again, will something happen during the eclipse? It's going to go on for 2 hours or whatever it is. But after that, anything's possible. Like I said, during the ritual, nah, you know. But it does have a lot of signs of connections, with what they want to line everything up with. So, it is what it is. They need this energy. They need this energy coming through to embody the weak, you know, and you're going to see a change around here after this eclipse. You're going to see a change in people's demeanor. You're going to see a more aggressive tone in these people in power. You're going to see, you know, tyrants become more tyrannical, and you're going to be seeing the wild become more wild. Like the youngsters that are involved with, the under the darkness. They're going to kick it up a notch. Everything is going to be rebirthed. Evil is rebirthing itself through us, in a nutshell. So, just be prepared for that. And again, demon face syndrome. Remember, if you see one of these motherfuckers, demon faces, if y'all start seeing demon faces, don't tell nobody. You know, that'll be a quick way to get you in a motherfucking institution. You know, so yeah, Eclipses don't cause chaos. People cause the chaos, So, yeah, but a lot going on. And, just eyes up, you know. Um, Definitely some negative energy coming through, man. And I got a story to tell, too, but I'll wait. My journey, try to get away. Everything tried to hold me back to it. And if I was a weak spirit, I would have caved to it. But that same energy that tried to get me from 2017, still in the play. Just comes in other forms. So it was good, Ace Flavor. Again, shout out to all you guys. And again, what does the eclipse boil down to? Energy embodiment, energy harvesting. It's just this simple. After all the shit that you don't hear me say and talk about, all they're trying to do is bring in these entities and these energies and embody us to further their agenda through us, our vessels. Weak spirit, you know, that's what they're trying to do. Because when they do that, they could bring in an antichrist, right? Because is anti-God, which is anti-nature, anti-human being. Remember, we live in a world where, by the way it's structured, we're not human beings. So they want to further that. And what I mean by human beings, that they don't look at us as human beings. I mean, all the way down to how they crafted the legal system. Law and common man's law, yeah, we're human beings. But if we don't state claim to being a breathing entity that has a spirit and a soul, they consider us not human, guys. It's just that simple. This has been done for a very long time. So, in that sense, you know, all this eclipse is doing is bringing in that energy. And yes, there's an eclipse, every, so often. But hold on. Hold on a second. So, sorry about that, guys. Oh, it sounds like somebody peeing. No, that's just the water, the water from the fountain kind of thing. So, but yeah, man, I'm about to get up off here. It's high noon. I'm about to, get ready. Again, the eclipse will be starting around, what time is the eclipse starting? Mexico. Um, it's gonna cross in Mexico. Hold on, I believe, and that's Central Time. So it is. Let's see. Start at. Let me see if I can find it. I forgot I looked at it already. What the hell? When does it cross Texas? News is just fucking, man. Before I could find it, now it's like nothing but news stories, the time and time, just so people can fucking click on their goddamn commercial ass websites. So Jesus, can't even find the original Eclipse site. I used to be able to put Eclipse time, and the Eclipse map will come up with the perfect times. Now it's just news. Yeah, Rochester, forget about an eclipse up that way, which I just can't figure out what the kind of the propagation they had going up on there. That shit was just stupid. Again, all news. God, I can't even find it. All right, it's going to come through. Central Daylight Time, 12, like about 12, 11:55. I think it hits Eagle Pass. Oh wait, here I found it. This is like the most. It's actually in. Damn, this shit goes across Mazatlan, Mexico. Wow, that would be crazy. Mexico going through Mexico. That would be a. All right, Eagle Pass. Will it give me the at 30.92? Doesn't show the time. It just shows the path. Man, I'm looking for the time. Not damn. And they got the cloud coverage on here. Doesn't show the time. But anyways, it's gonna be coming over soon. So yeah, Dallas is 1:42 Central Time. Shit, the one thing I saw said 12. Probably the total darkness path. But yeah. Whatever. Y'all all know when it starts. I'm up under the sun right now, beaming. But all right, I'm about to get up out of here. And where's where's Cuts at? That was some funny shit. That was funny. That was hilarious. Wherever Cuts is at, y'all got to check out. I think one of the most funniest videos. Just go check out Sports Gematria's video. Just put in Sports Gematria, y'all can find it. This shit is hilarious, man. It's hilarious, and it just shows like what people are following. Like literally straight busted, like busted lying again. Like it's unbelievable. Like towards the end of the video, I don't know what I just watched that video to get the update, and I was in tears. I was literally in tears, and apparently he called somebody, you know, the word again. But it's just never ending, man. It's hilarious. But that shit is funny. So y'all get a chance, go check that shit out if you want a good laugh. Skip. It's unbelievable. But the fucking coffee shit, that is funny. I got a big laugh out of that. It was hilarious. I was dead laughing. And like just shows how he just tries to lie, cover up shit. I mean, it's like, come on, man, seriously. But that was good Cuts. Where do you? I don't even know where's your channel at. Like, where do you post this shit at? Like, how do the people be finding this shit? Like, I didn't. I would have. Where do you be posting your shit at? Like I said, I've been out of the loop for a minute, man. Like I don't even know. But I saw that Sports Gematria video. I just laughed so fucking hard. I needed that laugh. Like, is it on this channel? Like, where do you be live streaming at? Because that shit is hilarious. Hold on a second. That's funny. Well, I don't know. But anyways, check out that video, guys. If y'all want a good laugh. I mean, just shows exactly what time it is. But other than that, man, I'm about to get up off here, man. I'll be back later. And yeah, where does that guy find? Where did Sports Gematria find that that at? But anyways, I got to get up off here, man. What's good, Azura Israel? What is the ritual and what is the ritual for soul invasion? Just real quick, I already talked about it, but just to rewind it, they need they're ushering in entities. That's the ritual, and the ritual is under the these people have been doing rituals for many years, and one of the rituals that they're partaking in is called Enochian magic. All right, and this ties religion into it. This is where people should know that the Bible, I mean, is what it is. I've dealt with so many people, and I just get straight to the point. Because I found my history. My history dates back beyond, like it's beyond, you know, and that's just you're tied to the land. You know, you were here, and that the word native was switched around so they could hide it with Native Americans. And if you go look back and documents, the natives was the people that was here. But they switched it to Native Americans so to throw people's minds off. But when I go back to my ancestry and to know how, to actually know the actual teacher that came to my area, which is in the Carolinas, where my ancestors are from, that came to that area to teach and spew, you know, that doctrine of force or death. Nobody could talk to me about the Bible, not one person. All right. And a lot of people that, come with the Bible don't realize they come from the same areas. Like you can't you can't put that. You know, that's like you being a father all this time, and you from your baby, you from watching your kid come out, teach them all the way up to right about 12 years old. Then all of a sudden, somebody comes to your house and they say they're the kid's father. When just some random stranger, father now, you got to get out. What's up, man? If you don't believe I'm your father, I'm gonna kill you. If you don't believe that's my kid, now that's my wife now too, right there. That's what the Bible is. When you talk to me and about bringing the Bible over here in America, you know. So nobody can talk to me about a Bible. Hey, it's cool. People got their religious beliefs, but hey, keep that over there. And that's all there is, a belief, because it's facts. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not a ideology. It's a fact. This shit was not nowhere in these lands. From the tip of motherfucking bottom all the way to Alaska, even crossing over the Alaska Strait into that and jumping over to that landmass called Asia, it wasn't even over the fuck there. So I don't know. Hey, this is what it is. But that's when you get into the Enochian magic and because all this can this like a rabbit hole that can lead to a lot of different things. So um, you know, but yeah, that's what boils down to. All they're trying to do is bring these entities to embody weak-spirited people. And another way they're doing it is making Bible believers believe in rapture. People are talking about the rapture. That word shouldn't even come out of anyone's mouth if they go look up the etymology of the word rapture. It literally means rape. It literally means you've been taken over. Your body has been hijacked. That's literally what rapture means. But people think it's some holy over than thou shit. But anyways, you know, um, yeah, it's deep. But in a nutshell, they need vessels to bring these energies in, so they can move forward with their satanic, evil, dark, whatever you want to call it, according to their philosophy, energy. All it is getting you to be off balance from your creation and follow what they want to create, which is we already know, a society that disregards nature and the human being itself. We've already been hijacked. They just want to go further with it. We're already not natural. We're already unnatural. All right. So, you know, yeah, you ain't gonna find the word rapture in the Bible. People believe in it. You know, just like people believe in the Bible. But there's levels to the Bible that people believe in, and there's people that believe in a rapture, and that those are the people who are going to be harvested. Unfortunately, they're going to be the ones telling you whatever agenda they got going. World War One, World War Two, they had eclipses. How did they do it? How did people who wives and children look at another human being and want to slaughter them? You know, how do we have soldiers running across this bitch killing people willy nilly? Don't care. Well, they have put a certain entity inside them to disregard that thought, thinking it's for some other cause. When you actually obtain light, actually become enlightened and awakened, you would never harm anything living. You don't even want to harm a bug, let alone pick up a gun and go kill somebody for no reason. Now, self-defense, that's a whole nother story, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, this society, everything in it is based off the perception of people who created a religion, and that religion is, that whole, Bible stuff. What led me to not believe in the Bible? Well, when I found my history in the Carolinas, and it's the Catawba Nation, that's what they're known as now. But when I found my history from my ancestors, you know, nobody could ever talk to me about a Bible. When I have, names of the teachers who threatened to kill and already killed the tribal members because they wouldn't accept that, nobody could talk to me. It just wasn't. It wasn't our belief system. You know, that's that. I mean, it's what it is. The colonizers came over here and they brought that shit over here. You know, I mean, it wasn't in these lands, no way, shape, or form. It wasn't in Africa. You know, it wasn't in a lot of places. It wasn't in Mexico. Wasn't in South America. You know, and we already know what happened in Mexico. You know, so that's why that book fit in. You know, and if people are, I don't know where y'all get that from, but again, it goes to the CIA induced awakening program that they have out here. You know, so. But other than that, man, um, I'm about to get up. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, guys. Oh, man. All right, sorry about that, guys. Let me remove this damn picture. All right, back to the comment. What is your nationality? What is my nationality? I don't know what you mean by nationality, because we can go to the commercial term nationality, and it strictly says, and it's a quality or a character which arises from you know the facts of a person belonging to a nation or a state. I mean, that's a created fictional thing. You know what I mean? And you know I mean, if you're going into commercial, having to put into commercial, you know, uh, you know, and it's crazy. If you could look up case law, and it's the Jews versus, I forgot who it was. It literally says the Jews versus. Let me see if I can pull the case law up. See, a lot of people don't know about this stuff, man. But I don't want to get into it because it gets real deep. Hold on. See if I can find this court case. Uh, no, I can't find it right now. But like I said, this is all the stuff we should have been doing before. We got into being truthers and you know, awakening and doing all this other stuff. We should have figured out how they got us in this mess and work together as a whole, as a people, to get the fuck out of it. They wouldn't be able to come on here and tell us anything anymore, you know? So, yeah. We could be like, you know, uh, a real society and reclaim what's been taken. I mean, it's deep, man. It's deep. But if anybody that's was born on this land, whose parents were born on this land, whose grandparents were born on this land, whose great parents were born on that land, the research and all the information is out there. They're making it harder to find, but you got to do footwork. It's going to cost you money and all this stuff, but the records are out there, man. You know, so the records are out there, and it goes into family. Families, tribes, stuff like that. You know, and then another reason why nobody could tell me nothing about no Bible is because my native language has nothing to do with the language. And when I have documentation of, the teachers who tried to, um, who tried to, tried to, how can I say it? Uh, uh, what word am I? What word am I looking for? Who tried to uh, decipher, I guess, and put it into put the language into put the language. Basically, I got a Bible that is about 30 pages long that was translated into the Suean language. So I mean, come on, it was literally just it's just so stupid. It's not even funny, and that's how you know. And it was a kill or be killed type deal. You know, how did that happen? You know what I'm saying? And it's Suean language, so it is what it is. And I get into these conversations with people, all over the place. I just get straight to the point because we can throw big words and everything around. We could, go this and that. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I got a Bible from my nation that it's 30 pages long, and that's as far as they can go with it. And it's just if you read it, it's like a simple, stupid book, and that's what they wanted us to follow. You know, again, think about that, man. They had to. This happened all over these lands. Is they had to remove the language, and they gave us English. Just like down in South America, they gave them Spanish. Up above us in Canada, they gave them French. Like, come on, man. Like when going deep into these conversations, people, I just get to the point. We're fucking speaking English. To the south, they're speaking Spanish. What does that tell you? And then they'll come with me, oh, the Hebrew Bible. Okay, where the fuck does that has anything to do with these lands over here? It don't. It don't have nothing to do with it. You know, it don't have anything to do with it. And it's a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow because belief is an ego killer. You know, it's a real ego killer. So, you know, and that's the thing. CIA induced awakening, and this is what they've done. Wise, Truth Virus. You know, there's a lot of other people. We never fit in. One, we didn't fit in society. Our spirit ain't fit. And when this whole truth and shit came in, we didn't fit in this shit either because this was wrong. You know. But that's a whole nother video for no other day. You know, the original language, my original language, obviously, I was born, you know, with the English language in my system, but then my family traces to the Siouan. So, you know, there's that. You know, like I said, all we got to do is they erase our history so we can't trace it and find out who we are. And when we do, you know, it pisses you the fuck off. You're like, these dirty motherfuckers, you know, especially in the South. You know how many church? There's a church everywhere in the South. Why? Because they got to keep the spirit alive. You go further south, it's even worse. You go into South America, Mexico, colors are all like this, Catholicism, you know, Catholic religion and shit like that. That's because they suppress the ancestral energy with this religion. As long as they have this energy of religion and God and Catholic, I mean, they have just you. If you really look South America, how bad it. I mean, they just fucked that all up with the energy, you know. And again, Spanish people, Mexican people, people from all those nations, that's not their language either. People are like, oh, they're Spanish. They ain't fucking Spanish. Were they from Spain? No, they were given that language to disconnect them from who they truly are and make them one of what they want to be, to keep that energy. And that's what they've done. And that's what people can't understand, you know? So, and then look at Canada, French. They speak French. So, you know, you look at the islands, Spanish, broken English. Yep, we all mixed the fuck up now. So, and that's another thing is when you're dealing with commercial contracts, you got to understand why do they say Hispanic, you know, Latin America? Well, because they're still that's property, man. That's blood property of Spain. There's contracts and treaties between Spain, France, the power players, the royalty, the families, you know. So, but I'm about to get off of here, man. Much love to you guys. I'll talk to y'all later. And yeah, man, it's a day of, you know, don't pay their shit no attention. You know, don't embody no spirit. Sun is beaming where I'm at, so the moon will be at some angle on this round ball Earth. We'll figure it out. You know, the moon moves in front of the sun, but miraculously, only one little small tiny part of the whole United States gets dark. Ain't that some shit? Let that sink in, you know. So peace and love, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.